There we go. Hello. Good evening, everybody.
Hi guys, how are you all doing? Thanks for joining in.
We're live now. Here we are at the Sharp Reef Lounge on Reef Lounge Aquatics TV. Here for the main thing. The main event is going to be our draw for the clam. Not the clam, the mushroom pack. Oh, geez, I'm getting confused between what we're actually drawing for today.
There's too much talk of clams lately.
Too much talk of clams, that is for certain sure. Let's have a look in the chat now, see who's here. Alan Brady, do you feel lucky, punk? I don't know, mate. Do you feel lucky? That's the main thing. Jerry, how you doing, mate? Alan and Bobby. Eric's going to shut our chat down, Davey, apparently. Due to rigged competitions. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. Have you got a lollipop in your mouth, Davey?
I do. My throat's tickling, so need something.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, well, let's say hello to everyone in the chat then. Eric's in. Paddy, good evening. Who's the lad on the right? Said Paddy. I don't know. I think that's Davey, isn't it, on the right, or is that me? I don't know. Which way round does the live feed go out? Good question. It's one of us anyway. Go on in, Davey. Let's have a look at some corals then. Let's have a little while people are joining us in the chat, people are jumping on board and having a look just before we actually do that draw. Let's have a look at a few of the corals in the bay, shall we?
Yeah, no problem. I'll do that now.
Go on, buddy.
Just give me 1 second. So here we go. After dark. I'll show the clam, will I? Alright, so the clam that everyone has been asking about all day. He's down the end here. He's only small. Now, I won't really zoom in this one for some reason. It's not coming out. There's no even points. No even points.
Yeah,
but anyway,
no, that's not really working.
Yeah, it's not great. Anyway, there's the mushrooms. So, I wish I could zoom in, but it won't let me. So we've got a beautiful jawbreaker. Absolutely stunning Discosoma. Yeah, they are, yeah. And then yeah, you really can't. I'm just going to move something so maybe I can get a bit closer. Maybe you can see it better. It's a bit hard to see this one under the blues and this. It does need a bit better of a filter, like to actually go and see it. But this Yuma is absolutely savage. Yeah, it really is. Mm. Yeah. But that's fine. They're all generally easy to keep. Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna flip the camera now. Help. No, don't say that. Now, there we go. I would say to be all generally easy to keep. Although I'm saying that now, jawbreakers, I find a little bit more trickier to keep. They can grow fast, but generally a lot of the time, like I find they're a bit trickier. Like, and generally, the more higher end corals anyway are trickier to keep. So
always the way, isn't it? Always the way.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess
But
one of the reasons
all
why.
of a sudden, like, you can have like one that's just doing absolutely amazing, and then like all of a sudden, like, oh, I'm gone off.
You're back.
Hold on. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, you end up with a big, massive bunch of them like this.
Those are the jawbreakers, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all the jawbreakers.
I guess if they grew fast in every tank, then they wouldn't be high end. They'd be so plentiful that they generally things that grow quickly, that a lot of that are relatively easy to keep. They tend to be the ones that are a little bit cheaper for obvious reasons, really, isn't it? Ones that are a little bit harder to multiply and harder to grow are the ones that tend to command the the higher price tags, and that means that everyone wants them.
Yeah, it is a bit.
So mushroom conditions in general, and Davey, what are we talking about?
Conditions.
Yeah, just a
Oh,
general
you put me on the
view of
spot
what you're
here,
looking
didn't you? Right, so conditions. Right, so there's a lot of talks now, mushrooms like dirty tanks and stuff like that. They do like dirty tanks, but we have to talk about what a dirty tank is. And a dirty tank isn't always something with over 20 nitrates, of loads of phosphate. It's not really a dirty tank. Dirty tank can be maximum 10 nitrate. You know, phosphate between would be the ranges I'd be looking at, like, which is still pretty clean water for certain people, like, you know what I mean?
Mm.
But generally easy to keep.
Low
They
light,
are
moderate flow.
low light, moderate flow. They are the type of an enemy, so they can move about, like, you know. So, and because of that, like, they'll go where they want, not where you want it
Yeah,
to
they
go.
do
Like,
tend to
you know?
move, don't they? Like our coral bay
Yeah.
splattered with bits and pieces that have hopped
Oh,
off and gone for a little walk.
there's like that must be 20, 30 jawbreakers running around one side of the fish bay at the moment, or the coral bay at the moment. Like,
It's interesting going back to what you said about how they like a dirty tank. I've often had this question: is it that corals like a dirty tank, or is it that they will tolerate a dirty tank? Because in the wild, on the
I
reef,
think
nothing's living in dirty water. Like,
and I literally just took the words out of my mouth. They will just. I think they will just. They're just hardier and they can tolerate being in dirtier areas. And I think the reason they'll tolerate being in dirtier areas is because they're not in high flow areas, so they're not getting thrown around.
Yeah.
You know, they're in areas where stuff does settle down, and the stuff they're able to just catch it, get it into their mouth, eat away, and staying happy. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, less flow deeper down to carry the detritus away and keep the water clean.
Yeah.
And, you know, carry all.
You know.
Yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, but as well, like other things with like with anemones, if we talk about anemones, like a lot of anemones when they split, it's usually something down to it's a survival thing. So they're trying to reproduce. Kind of the more of us there is, the more that's going to survive.
It's funny,
You know,
but
and
you
that's
always think that
essentially what mushrooms do. Like, you know what I mean? Because you get a lot of people that'll say, I've like loads of mushrooms in my tank, and they just don't grow. And you look at it, and they've like a system. It's so clean. There's a lot of like SPS in it. There's a lot of like really high end corals, and then they're wondering why isn't anyone able to, or why aren't it is growing in a sense, like, you know what I mean? And simple fact could be that is like they're happy, they don't need the split.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what
almost
I mean?
that thing that you kind of get this idea that reproduction of anything means that it's happy. And I think for the most part, that's true. If something's in your system and it's reproducing, it's growing, you're getting more of them, it's true. But there is also that survival instinct too, isn't there? Where, you know, splitting and getting carried away in the current, making more of them can be in certain cases, not always. We're not going to hang up hats on any peg here and say this is how everything is. But yeah, there can be a bit of a survival instinct with anemones, kind of, because split into 50 and hopefully 3 of us will survive, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. That's it. I'm just looking at it. Shit, we haven't looked at it at all now. I'm not showing you my clam, Alan.
Yeah, I saw that comment. I thought I'd leave you to read that out, Davey.
How are you doing, Jerry?
Yeah. In the chat.
All right.
Go on then. Should we do a little draw for a coral then?
We might as well do a little draw for a coral.
We might as well.
Right, I have all the names here.
Grand. So there's our number generator there. Go into that. Okay. Well, if everyone's ready, we'll give it a spin, shall we?
Yeah, go ahead. Best of luck, everyone.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. Glad you guys are enjoying these comps, by the way. They're great fun for us too. Okay, so we have our winner, number 80. 80. Who's that?
That is Sean.
Sean.
Congratulations, excellent. Sean.
Congratulations, Sean. Well done, mate. You've won that mushroom pack.
Yeah.
Do we know Sean?
I think I've seen him in and out. I'm not sure which Sean it is.
One of the many wonderful faces
You've
that
just won yourself stunning 3 mushrooms. You have, so that's that.
Very good.
Happy days.
Happy days. Anything else you want to talk about today, Davey, while we're on this, or should we save some of our wonderful ideas for another day?
I think we maybe save a few wonderful ideas for another day.
Okay. And
Yeah.
listen, guys.
Oh, actually,
go on,
before we
David.
go, there's a lot of people asking about a raffle for a clam. I did throw a picture up of one. It wasn't for a raffle, but I think I will do a raffle for a clam. I have another one here that I'm going to do tomorrow. I'll put information up about it tonight, and maybe we'll do the draw on the weekend instead.
Yep.
Maybe do something else as well on top of it, like, right?
That sounds good.
Yeah, so sounds good. Yep.
Okay. Brilliant, Davey.
Thank you,
Thank you, mate. Good stuff.
Right. No,
Cheers.
but thanks.
Guys, just want to have you just to talk about another couple of things that we're looking to have going on our YouTube channel. If you guys are watching and you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, do me a favor, drop down and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon. The more subscribers and the more followers we can get, the more this channel gets out to everyone and the more that we're going to be looking to do for you guys. Putting out content like this, lives, other videos that we're doing. They've been a little bit slow recently. It takes a lot of time putting these videos together. So the live format is something we're looking to do a good bit of. We're going to be having some chats about some subjects with reefing. We've got some guests coming on to talk about various different aspects of the hobby. We've got some of the sort of big players in the sort of manufacturing side of the hobby that are putting these products together for you and things that are helping you grow your reefs and keep your tanks. So the more subscribers we get, the more people we're going to attract to come on to these lives, to come on and talk to us, and that's always going to benefit the channel, which is going to benefit the shop. So if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button. It's a simple, easy thing. We're not going to spam you with a whole bunch of stuff. We're not putting out 50 videos a day of stuff that you've already seen, but yeah, drop on there and do that. Another thing I'd like to ask you guys today, you may have seen our tank tour series. We've had a look at Dean's tank so far. We've had a look at Paddy's tank, absolutely beautiful tanks. We're looking for our next victim. We have a couple of people in the shop that we're trying to persuade to get them to do it. You know who you are. I won't mention any names. But if any of you guys out there are interested in showing off your tanks on our YouTube channel, on our Tanks of Ireland Tank Tour series, give me a shout. Pop into the shop and have a chat. Grab me on WhatsApp, send a message, send an email, give me a call, have a chat about it, whatever you want. A lot of people feel kind of pressured into thinking that they have to have a beautifully presented, grown out reef tank. That's really not what it's all about. It's looking at people at various stages of the hobby. How are you keeping your tanks? Various different methods, various different animals. Everyone loves to see somebody else's tank. So if anyone's interested in doing that, then do give me a shout. It's a really good fun thing to do. It's not hardcore in terms of like you've got to stand there and talk in front of the camera for ages. Really, it's just a chat. Anyone that's nervous about being on camera and all that kind of stuff, don't worry about it. It's like the camera isn't there. We're just literally standing in front of your tank, having a chat. You don't have to be front and center, full on, all of that kind of stuff. And no one's looking to highlight any flaws or faults or in any way. It's all just a positive thing for the reefing community so that we can have a look at what you guys are doing out there. It's not shop specific either. I want to make a point about that. Just because you might be coming on the Reef Lounge Aquatics channel to do our tank tour, it doesn't mean that we're saying that this is the only shop you shop at and all of this, that, and the other. It's not about that. It's really just about sharing what people are having going on in the hobby and how they're doing it their way and what they've got going on. So anyone that's interested in that, give me a shout and we'll see if we can't hook that up for you. Okay, guys, I think that's all. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for watching and look forward to seeing you in store soon. Cheers, guys.